Okay, so we've got our test Range Rover in. We've been using this Range Rover for the last 6 years for testing bushes, on and off, different styles, different arms. This one's now developed a knock in the front right. It's one of the ball joints went on the big banana arm. Now, we've never actually filmed this being fitted on the car, so it's a great opportunity to, what we're going to do is take off the old bushes from the old arm, which we fitted 6 years ago, and we're going to fit them onto a brand new arm and put it back on. So just showing you that, you know, the bushes are lasting a long, long time, and we can transfer them onto a brand new arm and just keep the life of it going. Okay, so looking at the arm, that's the ball joint that's failed in here. It's this one here, and it's just rattling about in there and just causing quite a bit of clunking when driving. So we're going to replace this full arm here. Now, these big bushes, the 1DU, they're the ones that have been fitted for at least the last 6 years. They're actually still in really, really good condition. So what we're going to do is pop them out and push them into the new arm and fit the arm back up into it. There you go. Okay, so the arm's now out. We're obviously going to remove these bushes. They're obviously a bit caked in mud, but apart from that, they look really, really good. So we're going to take a bar and we're just going to see if we can just wiggle them out.
We know you don't have Polybushes already, so what we'll do is head over to the bench and show you how to remove an OEM bush and replace it with ours.
Okay, so we have here the big front banana arm of the Discovery 5 Range Rover Sport and just the standard Range Rover, so the L495. This is the biggest bush on the vehicle. It's our equivalent 1DU. A lot of people ask what's the easiest way to take this bush out, because it is something that is it's a lot bigger than anything you'll have in your workshop. So we would normally say, you know, try and press it out by having tubes at the outside of it, but it's quite a funny size. It's difficult to get housings to do it. Even bear and puller kits, you might struggle to get something. So the next easiest way to get it out without damaging anything is by drilling it out, hacksaw, air chisel, something along the lines of that. The bush that's actually in here is what they call a hydro SB bush, so a hydraulic suspension bush. So in the centre of this bush here, they actually fill it with some sort of fluid. It can be potentially oil, it can be another type of fluid. So the last thing we would want you to do is put any heat onto that, just in case it explodes, because that'll be a nasty burn or just make a mess everywhere and quite a scary thing to do. So yeah, avoid heating it at all costs. So we're just going to do a quick run through today of us trying to get it out, showing you the easiest way possible, and we'll just do a quick fitting video after putting our bushes in. So on the table we've got roughly about a 6.5mm drill bit. Should get in to these 4 main points here, and that should remove the whole kind of centre section of the bush in one go, which is half the battle. And then we've got a hacksaw for later. We also have a air-powered chisel as well, just in case we do need it. So we'll get it mounted up first. So in our vise we've got some sample soft jaws we're working on, just so we don't damage the arm at all or take any paint off of it. That holds it nice and secure without damaging anything. So just a quick demonstration of how soft this bush actually is. Just inserting a small bar into it. It really doesn't take much movement. So this obviously provides good comfort, but the downside is it's so soft that the rubber here starts to crack, and that ends up bursting and the liquid actually comes out. You start getting horrendous knocking noises and the car just drives a bit everywhere. So that is the main failure point on these. Okay. So we'll start off. We'll just go nice and slow to start. And we're just going to keep going round it. Okay, so we spent a further about 5 minutes just drilling it round, just keeping it going, so it is daylight all the way through now. So we're just going to hopefully just tap this out now. Ideal. Okay, so now it's just onto the outer shell here. So we're just going to get hacks on and just make one cut along it. We'll take our chisel and we'll just peen it in all the way around. We'll hopefully be able to take the whole tube out just by hammering it. It'll be easier with an air chisel, so we've got that option there if need be, but we'll start with the manual chisel and see how we get on. Right, what I think we'll do is we'll get the air chisel on it because it'll be so much quicker. Right, so we've moved across to our airline position just so we can get the air chisel onto it. It's a bit noisier out here, but we'll make do. So we're going to set up, same location, and we've got our ear hammer chisel. Always a bit of ear protection because it gets a bit noisy, so. Okay, took them off again. So that's us. We've just made a little tiny mark in there, but we'll clean that up with a file just around that edge, and we're good to fit our new bushes into it. Right, so we're back at our normal bench. We've got the bush out here, so that is the remnants of what we have left over. So that wasn't too bad, was it, really, no. To take it out? That was
10 minutes?
Yeah, 10-15 minutes at worst. So again, you've got two of them sitting next to each other. You get the knack for it and you'll get it done pretty quickly. Much easier than, I think, finding some proper press tools to get in and out. That seemed pretty easy. So we're just going to clean up this surface. I've just taken a couple of little kind of chips out of there with the air chisel. So we'll just file it off just so there's no sharp edges. One little bit there. Well, ideal. So there is our one to use. Just big, large top hats. Tubes are bonded in, so you don't need to, don't try and press them out. They are bonded in there. They've also got an encapsulated washer kind of hidden away in there as well, just to stop any cutting action against these faces. So we're going to take this back out the vise. What we're going to do is we're just going to take our vise jaws off because they're no longer needed now. And just to make it a little bit easier fitting, I'm just going to use a bit of washing up liquid around the outside. We'll go all the way around. Just ease fitment. I'm going to pop that in there. Obviously it is quite a tight squeeze in there. So we're going to drop this into the vise. I might need a little hand with this one. Thank you very much. Okay, super, thank you. And we're just going to wind just a little bit more, just make sure it's all the way in. And we'll do the exact same with the opposite side. Again, the washing up liquid is just to ease fitment, just so it's a little bit easier to fit. And again, yep, thank you. So the tubes are now touching in the centre. And that's us. That is our removal and fitment to fit our 1DU bushes.
Once the 1DU is fitted, reinstallation of the front lower arm should be fairly straightforward.